Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And Verizon has officially released third quarter earnings. And what I will say, I think Hans leaving as quickly as he did, as surprisingly as he did, I think it created panic in the market. And I think some, including me, expected the numbers to be far worse than they actually ended up being. So let's get right into the numbers. Verizon's churn for the third quarter, was actually lower than AT&T's. AT&T came in at 0.92, Verizon came in at 0.91. So that already shows that the numbers weren't as bad as pretty much all of us were expecting, or some of us. So, by the way, Dan Schulman, the new CEO, is going to lay out his vision during the call. I don't know if that's going to extend the call, the time of it, or if that's going to be within the same time. So here we have the operating metrics. Still no positive momentum on the consumer side. They did only end up losing 7,000 customers for the quarter. So it's not too bad. On business, again, trending up a little. They added 51,000 customers on the business side, which is a good thing. There's some positive momentum there. And then I guess you can say on the consumer side, less losses, again, as we talked about, less losses, as even a year ago they were 18,000 positive for the third quarter. So I guess that's not technically good. That's a negative. But versus the second quarter of this year, they did lose less than the quarter prior. So that's a positive sign. And then, of course, as in previous time, they will likely come in positive during the fourth quarter after they spend high acquisition costs on new customers. So on the broadband side, FWA, again, they're trending down on FWA. They only added 261,000, where the quarter prior they added 278,000, but they added more Fios this quarter. So they, instead of last quarter they added 15,000 Fios, this quarter they added 45,000. So the FWA is trending down a bit. If you guys can see that, you guys can see Q3 last year they added 363,000, then it goes down from there. I mean, it went up a little in the fourth quarter, but then it goes 308, 278, 261. So that is trending down a bit. I wonder if that purchase that they made for the MDU solution is part of that, to try and pick that up again. The prepaid side down a bit versus last year third quarter, and down a little versus the second quarter of this year. So the financials, again, not too bad. They did go up on the total revenue 1.5%. On total wireless service revenue, they went up versus a year ago by 2.1%. So the market is probably going to like that. And then you guys can see cash flow from operations up. Capital expenditure, they spend a little more versus Q3 last year. Free cash flow is up 15.8 billion. Dividends paid out, they paid out more dividends, and they have lower debt versus last year. So they're now at 146.8 billion debt. That's 2.2 times leverage. Maybe they start talking buybacks now at this point. So they would actually be doing the dividend and the buybacks. So again, like I started the video off, numbers not as bad as pretty much all of us were anticipating. They only lost 7,000 customers for the quarter, and they likely came in with a positive overall because the business growth offset the losses. So again, that's good to see. So we'll see what Dan Schulman says on the call. He says he wants to take a customer first approach. He wants to change the business culture So we'll definitely see on the call what he discusses and what he lays out for the future. Maybe we even get some press releases of some new stuff that they're launching in the fourth quarter. So I'll definitely be tuned into the call. But just wanted to share these numbers with you guys. Not as bad as anticipated. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.